I do hope Parsifal goes well today.
That's not Wagner. I really don't think that's Wagner.
Wagner! Wilhelm Richard Wagner was born on May 22, 1813, in Leipzig, Germany, and went on to become one of the world's most influential and controversial composers. Poet, director, author, nationalist, vegetarian, philanderer, revolutionary, anti-Semite, egoist, opportunist, serial liar, tax evader, and all-around horrible person. Unfortunately, also a genius and a consummate artist. As a young boy, Wagner attended school in Dresden, Germany. He did not show aptitude in music, and in fact, his teacher said he would torture the piano in a most abominable fashion. But he was ambitious from a young age. When he was 11 years old, he wrote his first drama. By age 16, he was writing musical compositions. Young Wagner was so confident that some people considered him to be conceited. While in his teens, he became interested in music and began studying and composing. His greatest inspirations came from the operatic reforms and ideas of Gluck, and from the German operas of Karl Maria von Weber. By the age of 22, he had finished his first opera and had begun to make notes for his autobiography. Convinced of his greatness, he continued composing and conducting, but meeting with little success. Eventually, he became involved with the Dresden Revolution uprising of 1849, the outcome of which made him a wanted political criminal, and he fled to Switzerland. During his time in Zurich, Wagner was continually composing operas and finding his mature style. He envisioned the creation of the total artwork, a conception of a music drama based on classic Greek principles, in which there would be a unity of music, drama, text, design, and movement overseen by one person. Wagner's Der Ring des Nibelungen was commissioned to premiere in Berlin. However, Wagner believed that for a work of such extravagance, there needed to be a space purpose-built to accommodate the opera. King Ludwig II, who at the time was fascinated with high art and architecture, sponsored the construction of the Bayreuth Festspielhaus in Bavaria for the premiere of Der Ring des Nibelungen. The Festspielhaus reflects Wagner's conception of the ideal theatrical space, and was reserved only for Wagner's operas, or works by composers he favored. The Festspielhaus is still run by his heirs to this day. The Ring is an opera cycle composed of 4 operas that were written over the later portion of Wagner's life, in reverse order. The cycle takes 16 hours to perform one continuous run-through. The opera cycle was Wagner's first thoroughgoing application of leitmotifs. The main theme of the Ring cycle is that power corrupts, love redeems, and responsibility endures. A leitmotif roughly translates to leading motive, although Wagner preferred to use the term Grundthema. A leitmotif is a short, memorable motive associated with a person, object, or abstract concept. One leitmotif can spawn a series of related ones. Unlike reminiscence themes native to Weber, they can transform and combine to build up an elaborative contrapuntal texture. Wagner's later musical style introduced new ideas in harmony, melodic processes, and operatic structure. Notably from Tristan und Isolde onwards, his later operas, he explored the limits of the traditional tonal system, which gives keys and chords their identity, pointing the way towards atonality in the 20th century. His last opera, Parsifal, written specifically for the Bayreuth Festspielhaus, became the quintessential Wagnerian stage play that would be looked upon by his contemporaries for decades. The work revisits major themes from Wagner's earlier works: Grail Knights, magical tokens, sacrificial love, and as always, the corruption of power. Wagner died of a heart attack on February 13, 1883, at the age of 69 while vacationing in Venice, Italy for the winter. His body was shipped by gondola and train back to Bayreuth, where he was buried.